We'll chant Om 3 times, followed by the invocation shlokas. Om. Sahana Bhavatu, Sahanao Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Good evening, all. As we are covering the Drg Viveka, let us chant the Mangala Charanam. So one of you please go off mute and repeat after me. Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik.
Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik.
Adrishyam, sorry, Rupam Drishyam Lochanam. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik.
Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik.
Adrishyam Druktu Manasam.
Tat Drishyam Driktu Manasam.
Drishyadhivrittaya Sakshi.
Drishyadhivrittayah Sakshi.
Drugeva Natu Drishyate.
Drikev Natu Drishyate.
So, thank you. So, here, as we saw, that after explaining the 6 different types of meditations, the phala or the result of the meditation is given as paravara. Now, paravara, when we heard there is para and avara. Para means far, I mean like supreme, and avara is closer. So, and this, that is essentially indicating paravara, that word is indicating Jiva and Brahma. And then the idea is that Jiva Brahma Aikyata is pointed out. Now, once the Jiva of Brahma Aikyata is pointed out, now we need to, author Swami Vidyaranyaji has to explain what this Jiva is especially, right? Because when we, in our Vedantic scriptures, sometimes we see certain terms are used in different ways. So there are nana arthas, meaning like different meanings are there depending upon the context. For example, Atma, if you take, okay, Atma means, is it like, are you talking about Jivatma? Are you talking about Paramatma? Sometimes Atma eva Atmana Santushtaha means it is, obviously it is not Atma. It is talking about Atma should be happy within Atma. So Atma, if you're talking about as self of all, it doesn't have any emotions. So then that means Atma means mind. So like that, like there are different that word Atma can mean differently in different contexts. In the same way, Jiva also, sometimes this term is overused and it may mean different things. So what Swamiji, the author Swamiji, they were saying was that this Jiva is threefold. One is Jiva as Sakshi, Jiva as Chidabhasa, and Jiva as Swapnakalpita Jiva. So now, when we say Sakshi means Brahman, now why are you calling Sakshi as Jiva? It is kind of like a little bit, uh, sometimes it is shocking, right? So because Jiva is the one that goes through all the challenges, etc. So, but what happens is that we are calling Sakshi as Jiva because we assume Jivatva in Sakshi. In Jivatva means individuality. So now, so that means what we need to understand is this Jivatva, the individuality is a imagined individuality. So the term that is used was avachhedaha kalpita syat. That was the term that is used. Avachheda means there is a limitation. And that limitation is kalpita. Kalpita means it is imagined in Sakshi. How? Just like the example that is given is the infinite space that is there everywhere. It appears as if it is enclosed in a room or in a pot or in a container by the walls of that container. That wall has got no value either in any manner. Okay, so the space is space, whether the presence of that container or absence of container has no difference in space. Okay, so that, but what happens is that there are like different notions. What is mukti? Right now, I am pot space in the pot. Okay, this is misinterpretation, huh? Like misunderstanding what that I'm explaining. Don't take it as real. Right now, I am the space in the pot. When I get realization, this pot is broken. Then the space in the pot and the space in the outside the pot becomes one. They become merged. This is misinterpretation. Why? Because the space in the pot and the space outside the pot are always one in the presence of pot or outside or in the absence of pot. Only thing is that the air inside the pot and air outside of the pot could be different and they can be merged when the pot is broken. But space though, it is always one. So that is the nature of Sakshi. And this is now then we heard that in the next shloka what is Brahmanya Avasthita Maya Vikshepa Vritti Rupini. It started saying, meaning Brahmashaya Maya. Maya is not, first of all, like Maya is not separate from Brahman. That is one, right? So Maya substratum is Brahman. And this Maya has got two powers, Vikshepa and Avarana. Avarana Shakti veils the nature of Brahman, and Jagat and Jiva are projected. Okay. And in this, Sakshi with the Avarana, and so what happened here? Akhanda, Avrutya Akhandata Tasmin Jagat Jiva Prakalpayet. So when this projection happened, this projection has broken into the same Brahman, has now been broken into Jagat, external, and Jiva, internal. Right? So right now, as an Advaita, in the state of Advaita, I alone exist. But because of this Maya, what happened is that now I became a Jiva and everything else is projected as Jagat. Now, even in the earlier, in this text, we were introduced to Avarana and Vikshepa Shakti. They there the functions of this they are the functions of these two powers in the realm of duality. Meaning, there what happened? Antaha Drg Bhedam Avrunoti. Meaning, what happened is that inside Druk and Drishya, the seer and seen, that difference is veiled. Externally, we had five. What are the five? The Sat Chit Ananda, right? So, and Sat Chit Ananda and Rupa and Nama. Five things are there. So, there in every object, we have these five things. Then, what this did is it turned our attention from the Satchit Ananda to Nama Rupa aspect. This is what the Avarna Shakti has done. Now, here our understanding is it's not our understanding, but here the different aspect of that Maya and Brahman, Maya is being shown, the powers of Maya. So this Maya has two components. One is illusion and other is delusion. Illusion is external, delusion is internal. Example of illusion is sky is blue. Now, sky is blue is an illusion because no matter like how far we go, travel into sky, like into the air or space, we will never ever go to a space where everything is blue all around us, right? It is optical illusion. Now, that knowledge that sky is not really blue is not going to change our life in any manner. Okay, we'll still continue to see sky as blue only. Delusion, though, is different in the sense here. It is something like seeing a rope as a snake. When I see a rope as a snake, why am I calling that as a delusion as opposed to illusion? Is because my internal feeling, meaning depending upon my angle of viewing, depending upon my eyesight, depending upon my mindset, I am seeing that rope as a snake. One of you probably may see it as a crack in earth. Someone can see it as a flower garland, and maybe someone else sees it as rope alone, rope itself. Okay, how you are seeing, each of us are seeing, is dependent upon our own intellect, okay, our own mind. So that is why what happened is that the delusion we call it as internal, illusion is external. So this Maya, which has existence in Brahman, which has the nature of Vikshepa and Avriti Rupini, okay, so this, meaning which are the forms of Vikshepa and Avriti. Avriti Akhandata. So, what is Akhanda? Akhanda means unbroken, unbroken nature of Brahman. Okay, because there is no beginning, there is no mid, there is no end to Brahman. There are no parts in Brahman. That everything is homogeneous in Brahman. Okay, so such a Brahman, in that Brahman, Tasmin Jagat Jivo Prakalpayet, Jagat and Jiva. So those are being Prakalpayet. So that means created. Now, when that is created, what happened? Okay, so that we are going to see now in our next shloka. Shloka number 36. I'll break down the words for you, and then one of you can go off mute and chant after me, repeat after me. Jivo. Okay, that's a single word, Jiva. With Sandhi, it becomes Jivo. Dhistha Chidabhaso. Dhistha Chidabhaso. That is, Dhi is one word. Stha is another word. Chidabhasaha is another word. So three words are there. Dhi, stha, chidabhasaha, bhavet, bhokta. Okay, two words in there. Bhavet and bhokta. He, karma krut. Karma and krut. Okay, two words. Bhogya rupam idam. Bhogya rupam is two. Idam is three. Bhogya rupam idam. Sarvam jagat. Single words. Syad bhuta bhautikam. So that has got three words. Syat, bhuta, and bhautikam. Three words in there. Okay, so please someone go off mute and repeat after me. Jivo dhisthadha chidabhasaha
जीवोऽधिष्ठचिदाभास
bhaved bhokta hi karma krut
भवेद्भोक्ता हि कर्मकृत्
bhogya rupamidam sarvam
भोग्यरूपमिदं सर्वं
jagat syad bhuta bhautikam.
जगत् स्यादभूतभौतिकम्.
I don't know if I might have said a while back. See, for example, Jivo Dhistadha Chidabhaso is there. But when we chanted as Jivo Dhistadha Chidabhasaha, we said. What happened is that if you are going to chant the entire line, that Chidabhaso Bhaved Bhokta Hi Karma Krut, like that so will be there. But when we break it, the Sandhi also will break. Okay, so as when the Sandhi is broken, what happens is Jivo Dhistadha Chidabhasaha. That's how we will do. If you are repeating a single word, let us say, then what we would say? Jivaha, Dhihi, Sthaha, Chidabhasaha, like that it would have broken. Okay, so just as an FYI. Okay. So anyway, so here now the author is capturing the uh, 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 the concept of the Avarna Shakti. Okay, so here what is happening? Okay, Jivaha. Okay, Dhistha Chidabhasaha. So Dhi is mind. Okay, so Dhi is sometimes we say is intellect, but in this particular context, this is mind as in not just mind specifically or intellect specifically. This is all inclusive, meaning mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara, all of them are included in this when Dhi is mentioned here. And this jiva, there is a jiva in Dhi. Okay, and he is called as Chidabhasa. Jivo Dhistha Chidabhasa. So that means Jiva is located in the mind, meaning Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara, in the okay, in all these Antya-Indriyas as Chidabhasa. That is the first statement. And Bhavet Bhokta hi karma krit. So it should be understood Bhavet, he is there. He alone, okay, that alone, Bhavet he, karma krut, he is the doer of karmas. Okay, meaning what? That idea of kartrutva and bhoktrutva is located in that ahankara, because in the ahamvritti itself, that bhokta, karta, bhokta idea is there, kartrutva or bhoktrutva. Bhogya rupam. Bhogya rupam means the bhogya means one that can be enjoyed. And bhogya rupam means the form that can be enjoyed. Idam sarvam jagat. Okay, this idam, all of this Sarvam, everything, idam, this, sarvam idam, meaning all of this, jagat, all of this world, syat, bhuta, bhautikam. So, bhuta and bhautika means what? Bhautika is sthula prapancha, okay? And bhuta, it is based of bhuta and bhautika means effects of all the bhuta. So that means everything in the world, sthula prapancha, everything in the sukshma prapancha, everything is karma prapancha. Now, this is the in this is the meaning of this shloka. So what is it? What is it trying to say? Number one, Chidabhasa is Jiva, it said. What is this Jiva? Because earlier we studied, until so far what we studied about Paramarthika Jiva. Paramarthika Jiva is Brahman alone. Yeah? Sakshi, Brahman. That, okay? Avachhedaha syat kalpitam, meaning where the limitation is superimposed, but there is no limitation. That Akhanda Brahman is what that Jiva was called. So that is what we call as Paramarthika Jiva. Okay? Now, this Chidabhasa. What exactly is Chidabhasa? Do you remember? Chit Abhasa, meaning it is kind of like a reflected Chaitanya. Reflected Chaitanya means what? What is the example like we should think about? When the sun is falling, is reflected in the water, the sun appears in water. Okay, it could be a lake, it could be a river, it could be a pond, it could be a even a bucket of water as well. How many suns are there? Depending upon the number of water bodies. Now, does it mean that like entire Ganga, there's only one sun reflecting? No, like wherever you see a sun there. Okay, someone is seeing sun in Banaras, someone is seeing a sun in Rishikesh, someone is seeing sun in Haridwar. Same river, right? So it all depends upon our vision. The number of it all depends on the number of eyes. Okay. Now, how is the sun reflected? What is the quality of the sun? The quality of the sun is dependent upon the water, quality of water, how dirty or clean it is, how deep it is, how still it is, whether it is. Okay? So all of these are factors. If the water is clean and still water, you can even see 20 feet deep in that. Okay. And if it is muddy, you cannot really see anything. And if the water is shaky, you see sun is shaking. Okay. Now remember, the quality of the sun or the shaking of the sun has nothing to do with the original sun. Okay. But because this reflection seems to be attached to a water body, right? The qualities of this water body are superimposed on that sun. This is shaky sun. This is dirty sun. This is pure sun, meaning like more brighter sun or a dull sun. Okay. Like, so what did the water body become? Water body has become upadhi. Okay. Water body has become upadhi. What is upadhi? Upadhi is because of its proximity to another object, its properties are projected on the other object. The standard example we give is, imagine a pure crystal, a crystal Shivalinga, for example. And this crystal Shivalinga is colorless. Now because you put the Shivalinga in the prayer, this thing, right? In the puja place, you maybe like turned on a light. Now, if that light happened to be a red color light, now the Shivalinga is appearing red. Now, nowadays also like you see like these color changing lights have become so popular. So now, as the color of this light is changing, the color of Shivalinga is also changing. Now, what happens is that now if someone questions us, what is the color of that Shivalinga? Now, the color of Shivalinga keeps on changing because of the light. But in reality, if I just take the Shivalinga away from that light, or if I turn off the light, it is crystal color, crystal, I mean, like a transparent crystal color, right? Or colorless. However, because of that light, it appears, keep on appearing, it has red, green, yellow, keep on changing. Now, at any given time, understand that its color is actually colorless only. Okay, so now this light is called as Upadhi for the Shivalinga, because of which Shivalinga is taking the form of or the limitations of this light. Okay, so now the same example, now let us, in the example of water and sun, water is the Upadhi for sun. Why are we talking all of this is, this Sharira, our own Sharira, means Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karma Sharira, this has become Upadhi for Jiva. Which Jiva? Vyavaharika Jiva, not Paramarthika Jiva, Vyavaharika Jiva. Where is this Vyavaharika Jiva shining? Where is it reflected? Chidabhasa, we said, right? Chit Abhasa, meaning reflection of Chit. Where is this reflected Chaitanya? It is in our heart. As what? As our own Ahankara. Okay. So our Ahankara, now what happens? Okay. I drank water. Who drank water? I drank water. Reality is this Sharira took water. However, the Jiva, the Chidabhasa Jiva, who is Ahankara, it thinks that I drank water. Okay. So like that, there is a Kartrutva Bhavana and Bhoktrutva Bhavana is there. Okay. So, okay. So now, okay. So at a first level, Avarana Shakti, what happened? Okay. Jiva and Jagat are projected. Okay. So first veiling happened. Okay. So first veiling happened, then Jiva and Jagat are projected. Once Jiva is projected, the difference between Jiva and Sakshi is veiled by Avarana Shakti. Now, we talked about Tadatmyata, three types of Tadatmyata. Karmaja Tadatmyata, Sahaja Tadatmyata, Karmaja Tadatmyata, and Bhrantaja Tadatmyata, earlier in the chapter, in the same text. Right? So we said Sahaja Tadatmyata is natural. We don't need to worry about. Karmaja Tadatmyata will last as long as the body lasts, so we don't need to worry about. It is the Bhrantaja Tadatmyata where Chidabhasa thinks that I am Atma. That is the problem that has to be removed. So now what happened? Okay, so now once the Jiva and Sakshi, the difference is veiled between Jiva and Sakshi because of Bhrantaja Tadatmyata, what is happening? We started thinking Sakshi as Jiva. Okay. So outside our Shakti is what is doing this Asti Bhati Priyam and Nama Rupa, this is eliminated, right? I mean, this difference is eliminated. Right? Now, inside what happened? This Sakshi and Jiva, this difference is eliminated. Now, within Sakshi is what in reality? Brahman. So in Sakshi there is Maya, right? Because Maya is Brahma, it is dependent on Brahman. So Within Sakshi, there is Maya and Maya Janita Jiva Jagat. Now, okay, within Sakshi, there is Maya and Jiva and Jagat that is born out of Maya. Now, the Jiva which we are talking about is Chidabhasa, right? That is Aham Vritti with Antakarna. Jagat is Bhuta and Bhautika means Bhuta Karya, meaning which is the Bhutakarya means like all animals or like, all the external world that you see. Okay, the result of the Panchamahabhutas. So,
Can I ask you a quick question, Vengatji?
sure, go ahead.
Why are we not taking Jiva Jagat Ishvara? We usually, anytime we take the three model, right? So here they are taking just Jiva and Jagat.
So, Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara, that comes from a different standpoint. So when,
Okay.
yeah, right? So here, what I mean, like Maya, though, what it did is it simply created me and Jagat, right? It didn't
Okay.
create, but it created a difference. Now, when the difference is made, if you look at the difference at an individual level, that jiva becomes individual jiva. If you look at this jiva at cosmic level, the same jiva will become Ishvara.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is no third thing. I mean, like if you look at it from this viewpoint, there is Jiva and Ishvara are not two different things. Which is a same Brahman, whether you are identified with a individual upadhi or whole
Jiva,
upadhi.
Jagat Upati, yeah.
Okay, at a microcosmic, the same Brahman is being called as Jiva. At a macrocosmic, the same Brahman is being called as Ishvara.
Okay.
Okay, so this, and so here again, so what the shloka is saying is this jiva. Okay, so now this is the second jiva. First one, Paramarthika jiva we covered. Now we just covered Vyavaharika jiva, which we call as Chidabhasa, which is in the mind, okay, and who has the idea of I am Karta and Bhokta, and where is the karmas being done in this Jagat? Where is the bhoga coming from? From this Jagat. Okay, so that's the essence of this particular shloka. So this is the essence of the Vyavaharika Jiva. Okay, any questions on this Vyavaharika Jiva based on what we spoke so far?
And also when you talk about karma and karma pala, right? Karma is I am the doer. That feeling is in the intellect, right? That is in the Vijnanamaya kosha. And I am a bhokta. That is in the Anandamaya kosha. Is that not right?
So the idea is that, okay, so that's why we are not breaking into kosha portions. Okay. We're
Okay.
not breaking into koshas. So here, see, the thing is that like we can talk in terms of see, depending, see, like we classify people as men and women. Okay,
Yeah.
and we say there are two types of people, men and women. I mean, I'm not going into current political landscape
Yeah,
where
yeah.
so many genders, but like men and women. Then you can classify people as people who know. I mean, sorry, young and like
Young and old,
below
maybe.
18 and above 18. Okay, so people who can vote and people who cannot vote. Okay. Now, in this, if you classify this way, what happened is that even in this category, I mean, like in both categories, there are men and women. Okay. Now, you can also break down the same humans as city dwellers and rural people. Okay. So, like urban and rural population. Again, in urban population, you may have men, women under 18, over 18, and rural also you may have this. So, depending on how you classify, you can make different types of classifications, right? So, now this particular classification may have some kind of overlap with other type of classification.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, even in our Vedanta, what we do, just like you are familiar with Panchakosha Viveka, right? All the five koshas, we also do three shariras, right? Stula, Sukshma, Karna,
Yeah.
Sharira, right? So here right now what we are doing is that rather than breaking down like that as Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karna Sharira, or even like Panchakoshas, we are breaking down based upon the capabilities, right? And these capabilities that we are looking right now is Antakarana, okay, which is basically Mana Buddhi Chitta Ahankara. Okay. And Ahankara is the one which has both Kartrutva Bhavana and Bhoktrutva Bhavana. Okay. So now, why it is called as Vyavaharika, that is explained in next shloka 37. Okay. So I'll break down the words. Anadikala Marabhya. So that has got three words. Anadi, Kalam, Arabhya. Anadi Kalam Arabhya. Mokshat, Purvamidam. Purvam and Idam. Okay, so two words. Becomes Purvamidam Dvayam. Okay. Purvamidam Dvayam. Vyavahare, single word. Sthitam, single word. Tasmadubhayam. It has got two words. Tasmad, Ubhayam. Together becomes Tasmadubhayam. Okay. Vyavaharikam. Single word. Vyavaharikam. Okay. One of you please go off mute and repeat after me. Anadikalamārabhya
Anadikalamārabhya
mokshat purvamidam dvayam
mokshat purvamidam dvayam
vyavahare sthitam tasmat
vyavahare sthitam tasmat
ubhayam vyavaharikam.
ubhayam vyavaharikam.
Okay. So now anadikalam arabhya. So arabhya means started. Okay, starting point. Okay. Anadikalam. Kalam means time. Adi means beginning. Anadi means beginningless. So, beginningless, actually, like, I need to, so here in this shloka, just so you know, okay, even though these two terms are not mentioned, this is with respect to previous shloka, it is talking about two things, Jiva and Jagat. Okay. So this Jiva is which Jiva we're talking about? The Jiva that is projected Jiva, Chidabhasa, which is Vyavaharika. Okay. So Anadikalam Arabhya. So these two are beginningless. Okay. That means, no, what happens is, oh, these are beginningless means what? These are unborn. Right? That is a question that we get. I mean, that's a leap we make as a students of Vedanta. But that's not true here. That's not true. Why this is Anadi? Okay. See, what is beginningless in real is Brahman alone. Okay. Anadi and Ananta. Whatever is endless is also really beginningless. Ananta means no end. Okay. Whatever doesn't have end, doesn't have beginning, that is Brahman. Now these Jiva, Jagat, Vasanas meaning karmas and karma phalas. Okay. Maya, all of these are also considered as Anadi, beginningless. Why? Not because they're truly Anadi, but there was no perceiver who could perceive the birth of those. Okay. Only when there is a perceiver, seer of them, then we can say it is born on so and so date. If if the perceiver is born after the previous one, they don't know when it is born. So it will be considered as anadi. Okay. So if, so this Jiva, when he is born, Jagat is already born. He is also born at the same time. So by the time he got perception, so like think about this way: Jiva, Jagat, both are born at the same time. Okay, whenever time, right? Now only after the moment after the birth, that is when Jiva will get perceiving capability, right? Ability to perceive. By the time he got perception, Jagat is already there. Okay. So now what happened? Jagat became Anadi. Now, when did he, by the time he got perception, he's already there. So since how long you were there, there was no concept of time, how long before that. So that Jiva also has become beginningless, Anadi. Okay. So only when the second time reference has come, the previous can be calculated. Okay, so like, so for example, like, can we, none of us can, like in a simple manner, none of us can trace to our birth. We don't remember our birth because only after birth, we started perceiving things. So we don't remember the moment of our birth. Okay, so that's why this is Anadi Kalam. So both this Jiva and Jagat are Anadi Kala. Okay, so mokshat purvam. Mokshat purvam, meaning before moksha, okay, purvam means before. Idam dvayam, okay, these two. So that means what? Before moksha, these are two are there. Who? Bhokta and Bhogya. Why? Because what I said in the previous shloka said this entire world is Bhogya Rupam Idam Sarvam, right? Everything. And Bhokta hi karma krut. So the Chidabhasa alone is Bhokta and everything else around is Bhogya. So Bhokta and Bhogya means what it is referring to is Jiva and Jagat. Okay. So this Dvayam, these two is Bhokta and Bhogyam. So or Karta and Karma or Jiva, Jagat. All of these moksha puram, before moksha alone. Okay. These both are there up to the time of moksha. These both Jiva and Jagat are there only for up to moksha. What happens at moksha? They both dissolve. Jiva, the sense of this Chidabhas also dissolves. The sense of world is also dissolved. Okay, so that means what? Both of them have an ending. So even though there is no apparent beginning, they have an end. Because they have an end, we cannot call them as Paramarthika. Right? Okay. And you know that even within the objects within the Jagat, whether it is living objects or non-living objects, they all have a beginning and end. Okay. Now, but we don't know when they all started. So we say that Prakriti is beginningless, Maya Shakti is beginningless, but it ends with moksha. Now, what now? The second line says, Vyavahare sthitam tasmat ubhayam vyavaharikam. Okay. So tasmat ubhayam, therefore these two, okay, tasmat means therefore, ubhayam, these two, okay, vyavaharike, these two are considered as vyavaharika. Okay, so vyavahare sthitam, and then tasmat ubhayam vyavaharikam. Vyavahare sthitam means what? These are there for sake of vyavahara. Vyavahara is in English is what is a transaction. So until moksha, there's a transaction that is going on between who? Jiva and Jagat, or you look at karma and karta, right? Kartutva, or bhogya and bhokta, whichever we see, there's an interaction, continuous interaction is going on between Jiva and Jagat. That includes everything that is happening in the world, right? Okay. Uh, so, uh, so for example, uh, I see a pen. Okay. When I see a pen, it is an object. Now, if I start writing with this pen, this becomes an instrument. Now, if I give it to someone, it becomes a gift. Now, if this pen doesn't work, it becomes useless. And when I throw it, it becomes trash. When someone recycles, it becomes recycled. All these are what? Transactions. Now, similarly, my body, which is made up of Panchamahabhutas, right? This is all, and then once it stops, it goes into Panchamahabhutas. So are all the objects in this world. The body that I have is not mine. It came from Earth. Which came from, like I mean, from a science perspective, say, Earth came from Sun. Sun is a star. So like Earth came, so it is a star dust, right? So all these transactions that are happening from the time immemorial, all of them are, as long as there are transactions, they exist. I mean, I mean, like these transactions, how long they continue? They keep on continuing until moksha happens. Within this Jiva and Jagat, there are a lot of transactions, right? So now, when a jnani, when moksha attains, right? When jnani attains jnana, at the time of videha mukti, these transactions completely ceases. Jivan Mukti also, yes, but there's still the body is still there, right? Because of Prarabdha. 100% cessation happens, does not happen at the time of Jivan Mukti, because as Jnani is continuing to transact with the world with the understanding that there is no world. Okay? So, this Vyavaharika Jiva and Vyavaharika Jagat, they both come to an end at the time of moksha. Because they are rooted in transactions, this jiva is called as Vyavaharika Jiva. This Jagat is called as Vyavaharika Jagat. Okay? So, this, okay, any questions based on this shloka before we go to the next shloka? So, now this, now the Chaitanya, this Vyavaharika, now what is happening is that who is creating all of this world? From a cosmic perspective, we call that, Brahman has created, Maya has created, basically Chaitanya itself has created. Not only Chaitanya, even at Vyavaharika Jiva level, Chidabhasa level, we also can do the creation. This Vyavaharika Jiva goes to sleep, where when it goes to deep sleep, then there's no world and its own world is withdrawn. Okay? Or it can also create as a dream. So this is something that we're going to see next. Chidabhasa, I'm going to break down the words, okay, of this next shloka, 38. Chidabhasa sthita. Okay, so two words, Chidabhasa and sthita. Nidra is another word. Vikshepavriti rupini. So Vikshepa, Avriti, and Rupini. Three words together becomes Vikshepavriti Rupini. Avrutya Jiva Jagati. Jiva and Jagati. Purve Mutre Tu Kalpaye. Single word. Okay. So please repeat after me. चिदाभासस्थिता निद्रा
चिदाभासस्थिता निद्रा
विक्षेपा विक्षेपावृतिरूपिणी
विक्षेपावृत्तिरूपिणी
आवृत्य जीव जगति
आवृत्य जीव जगति
पूर्वेणोत्रे तु कल्पयेत्.
पूर्वे नूत्रे तु कल्पयेत्.
So, Chidabhasa Nidra Vikshepa Avriti Rupini, meaning there is in Chidabhasa Sthita Nidra. So that means there is Nidra is located in Chidabhasa. Okay? Nidra means our ability to sleep. And this is also Vikshepa Avriti Rupini. So that means it also has the ability to Vikshepa and Avriti. Okay? It's you don't hear this kind of description anywhere else. So it's that's why this is an interesting text. Right? Did anyone of you hear that? Okay, so Chidabhasa has Nidra and which has Vikshepa, Avriti and Avriti in there in any other Vedantic text?
No.
Okay. Then, okay, thank you. So then it says Avritya Jiva Jagati. Avritya Jiva Jagati means it also veils the different separation between Jiva and Jagat. Huh? Okay. Meaning it veils the Vyavaharika Jiva and Vyavaharika Jagat, just like Maya Shakti veils the difference between reality and Jagat. Purve Nutrayatu Kalpayet. It creates a new Jiva. Okay. Sorry, Nutne. I kept saying it. It is Nutne. Sorry, my bad. Purve Nutne tu Kalpayet. Nutna means new. Okay. Purve Nutne tu Kalpayet. So now it is creating a new Jiva and new Jagat. How did it create? This is like Nidra is not as powerful as Maya. Okay. So it creates this Jiva and Jagat based on previous experience of Vyavaharika Jiva and Vyavaharika Jagat. Okay. It created a new Jiva and new Jagat. So just as the dream is the effect of Nidra Shakti, the same way Jiva, Chidabhasa and Jagat are also effects of Maya Shakti. So why this shloka is coming here is, it will, the idea will continue a little bit more into the next shloka also, but let me explain here, right? What this shloka is saying is, Chidabhasa has the power of Nidra, yes? Yes. Okay. It can go to sleep? Yes. Who all can go to sleep? Mind can go to sleep, intellect can go to sleep. Because body doesn't have the idea of sleep or awake. Okay. So when mind goes to sleep and intellect goes to sleep, what is that called? Deep sleep. When mind goes to, actually we're going to study that one also later on. Okay. So when mind alone goes to, intellect alone goes to sleep and mind doesn't go to sleep, it is called as dream state. Okay, we'll get to that. So what happens is that this Chidabhasa has Nidra Shakti, and now I see the external world and myself, then it veils that external world and external me, and it creates a new Jiva, me, and new Jagat for me. Where? In my dream. When it creates, in my dream, again a Jiva is there, yes? Is that Jiva really me or someone else? What is the relationship between me and my Swapna Jiva? It is the same relation that a rope and projected snake has. Rope in this case is a substratum and snake is projected. In the same way, me as Vyavaharika Jiva, transactional Jiva, am the substratum for that projected dream Jiva. Okay. Now, the Jagat now you need to think a little bit more, right? Okay. So, the Jagat in my dream, is it borrowed from the external Jagat or is it created from me alone?
Created from me alone.
So this Jagat, the Nidra Jagat or the Swapna Jagat is created from Vyavaharika Jiva as substratum, not Vyavaharika Jagat. Right? So, for example, if let us say I have a dream in which you are there and I hit you in my dream, or I said some bad words to you, whatever. Now when I wake up, do I need to apologize to you about that?
From Vidya. It's dream. Yeah.
Yeah. So because it is dream, I don't have to apologize. Why? Because even though the dream you were there in my dream, that is not really you. Okay, that is basically what my mind did is that it borrowed from my previous experiences when I was awake, certain memories, and putting those memories, jumbling those memories, it projected something. Okay, so that is the Shakti of Nidra. The Swapna is the Shakti of Nidra. Okay. And then in that, what happened? There is a Swapna Jiva is there, Swapna Jagat is there. Two things are there, yes? Swapna Jiva is Bhokta, Swapna Jagat is Bhogya. Swapna Jiva is Karta and he is performing karma in Swapna. Right? So we have Jiva and Jagat in Swapna. When we wake up, when that Jiva wakes up, what happened to Swapna Jiva?
You mean in the Swapna you're asking?
So now there's a Swapna is there, Swapna is going on. So in that dream, Jiva is there and Jagat is there. Now this person woke up. So what happened to the Jiva in the Swapna?
It becomes a waker, right?
That Jiva, now does that Jiva becomes waker or that Jiva's projection is stopped?
Stops.
Okay, the projection of the Jiva is stopped. Now, what happened to the other people in that dream? Because in my dream, there are other people also, right? As Jagat, okay? Other people were there because I was there. My room was there. All of these things were there. Like I have a different house. It didn't really look like my current house, but it was slightly different, etc. What happened to that house? That the other people in my dream?
It's all mind's creation, right? So
When I woke up, what happened to them?
Disappeared.
They also have disappeared. So now see this Jiva and Jagat, two things were there, right? And in the Swapna, when I woke up, both of them are merged. Okay, you can call like merged or liberated or whatever, they have gone. Yeah. Now, why? So this is all being told because Now today, I am a Vyavaharika Jiva. There is Vyavaharika Jagat around me. Right? Now, when I get moksha, what happens? This Vyavaharika Jagat disappears. Me as Vyavaharika Jiva also disappear. Okay? That is the idea is being said in the previous shloka, 37. Anadikalam arabhya. Okay? From the beginning this time, mokshat purvam dvayam. Before moksha, there were two. Now, also, you think about this. In your dream, when is the beginning of your dream? Do you remember the beginning of your dream?
I don't know. No.
We don't remember the beginning of the
Yeah,
dream.
we don't remember. Yeah.
Okay? How are you? Like, how did you come there? We don't remember. Okay? It is there. You just entered in there. Okay? Now, and how long this world or you existed, your dream or dream world or dreamer you existed is until you woke up to the reality of, the relative reality of Jagrat Avastha. Right? So, in the same way, when we wake up, okay, this world also is going to disappear. Vyavaharika world is going to disappear. Vyavaharika Jagat, Jiva, Vyavaharika Jagat also is going to disappear. So, moksha, so this world, not only, so when it, okay, everything going to disappear. So now, this is actually like there is a saying, not saying, but this attributed to Ravana Maharshi. Ravana Maharshi is always says that there's no world, right? So how do you know that there's no world? When would you know that there's no world? Oh, when you get moksha. Now, someone asked, Bhagwan, when I get moksha, you're saying this, there's no world. What happened to other people when I get moksha? Okay. So Bhagwan's answer is from this one. What did he say is, when you wake up, what happened to other people in your dream? Did they go back to their waking selves and go somewhere? What happened to them? They're all they're all gone. Okay, there's nothing. Okay, there's nothing other than you. That's what. And when you get moksha, you alone are there. There's nothing else. This is the idea. So that idea is that idea is being built in a systematic manner here. So in these shlokas. Okay. So any questions or thoughts before we stop here today?
You said in the first sloka, Vengatji, that there are, I don't know, Atma and Jiva, or two things are there. How do you come to the oneness there? You go from the Vyavaharika to the Paramarthika and then merge, or you go from you understand the oneness in your mind, and then I don't know, then you understand that that's how it is. Because in when we do the transaction, we nearly need the subject and object, right? Without that, you can't be in oneness.
So actually, like you weren't part of the earlier.
Oh, it was discussed. Okay, sorry about that.
No worries. Yeah. So basically, that's the idea, right? So what you can probably like refer to our previous classes.
Okay,
But
I'll listen to the talks again.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but like let me give you a quick reference, right? In our 14th word, is it 14th?
Okay.
Yeah.
14.
No, not 14th. Wait. Yeah. So in our 13th word, the 14th
Okay, 30.
So 13 or 14? Yeah, 14th verse is
I
there.
look at both. Okay.
So 14th verse says that Srishtir Nama Brahma Rupe Satchidananda Vastuni Abdhau Phenadiva Sarvanama Rupa Prasarana. So that first thing that what uh, actually like the entire like we need the entire uh, this whole thing is like a Lego toy. Okay, so it is
Okay. Okay.
the concept is built on other so everything is like interconnected. Every shloka, and none of the shlokas are useless shlokas here. But I'm saying something important is that this Sushti is nothing but within Brahma. Okay, it is a flow of Nama and Rupa within Brahma. Okay, just like the foam and foam and bubbles, etc., are happening uh, within a ocean. In the same way, this entire Srishti is just the flow of Nama and Rupa. But what happened is that the powers of Maya, it has created as we talked earlier, it has created a veiling and projection.
Yeah.
Because of the veiling and projection, internally what happened is that we couldn't differentiate between who is Sakshi and who is
Jiva.
who is the Druk and who is the Drishya.
Yeah.
And outside, our focus is always going on Nama Rupa as opposed to Asti Bhati Priyam. Okay, so this shloka is, I think, 20th verse says, Asti Bhati Priyam Nama Rupa Cha Iti Panchakam. Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam Tatodvayam Jagat Rupam. Sorry, Jagat Rupam Tatodvayam. So that means last two are Nama and Rupa belongs to Maya. This Asti Bhati Priyam, meaning Satchitananda belongs to Brahman. Now, because of now what we are doing is that we are not focusing on Satchitananda aspect of any object, rather we are focusing on Nama Rupa alone. Right? So, for example, when someone says, who are you? Okay, I don't say like I am Brahman. Right? I say my name, and they also remember my form. If I look at this, right, and someone says, when I look at this, I say this is cup. Okay, I don't. Why? Because cup is the name, and the form of the shape of the cup is the rupa. Whereas the focus on Asti Bhati Prem, like the Satchitananda, the existence consciousness bliss aspect of this cup, is not in my focus because everything is made up of Brahman is everywhere. So there is Satchitananda in here also, but our attention is not there. So to get that attention, what happens is that actually 6 types of meditations are described in this, right? 6 types of samadhis. And after describing all those 6 types of samadhis and what is the result, that is when this entire discussion started.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a very nice thought.
More like Panchadashi chapter 1. Anyway. This is more like whatever you're describing it is there in Panchadashi chapter 1 though.
Because Panchadashi again is written by the same authors, right? So that's they're similar. Wordings are also similar. Okay. Okay. So shall we close now?
Yeah. Thank you. I'll listen to the talk. It is there, right? It's there in the Google Drive?
It's all on YouTube. Yeah.
YouTube. Okay.
I'll share the link to Google.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Oh. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
Thank you, Venkachi.